now. My old PC, it had an Intel i3 that was from 2012, like 8 years old. Motherboard, I don't even know what kind of motherboard it was. 8 gigabytes of RAM. Maybe it was enough. It's probably enough, but it was a pretty crummy computer. And yeah, Randy, how are you? How'd the open mic go? Yeah, let's switch cameras here. For those just tuning in, I'm Jet from inthirdperson.com. Personal look at video games, board games, and other nerdy pursuits. Kind of winding down a little bit, but we can hang out and chat. Talking about some Fantasy Strike fighting games and trying to get over that fighting game hump. I could probably do like a fighting game show and tell. That would be kind of cool. Oh yeah, can we get kind of weird with that? Maybe we'll get weird. We can pull out some weird fighting games that I enjoy. It went great. It was a fun show. Awesome. Yeah, you sounded great yesterday. Actually, let me give you guys a shout out here. Shout outs to Player to Start, who just performed at an online open mic and he crushed it. And I heard him perform yesterday during his stream test, and that was really good. Also shout out to Frosty here, who streams on Fridays. Mostly did the wait, that's not a command at all. Sorry about that. Do the thing. There it is. Shout out to Frosty Light. Twitch streams over at twitch.tv/FrostyLight. Just recently wrapped up streaming Hollow Knight, and now he's on a Besiege. There, no problem, man. Yeah, we want to talk about some weird fighting games. Let me go grab a couple from the shelf. I'm gonna have to kick it on the BRB screen. But yeah, give me a second and let me go pull out some weird stuff. Whew. Does the music work? Oh, why does the beat, hold on. Okay, there we go. The music's working. All right, give me a second. Let me go get some weird games. All right, I'm back. Here we go. All right, I got some games for show and tell. Some weird fighting games from the annals of history that maybe you've played, you probably haven't. But here we go. From the top of the deck, this one on the Super Nintendo. I've been meaning to play and stream this for a long time, but hooking up the Super Nintendo is a huge pain in the butt because it requires me to like pull out an entirely different TV, use a different capture card. It's a whole thing. But this game, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighter on the Super Nintendo, is not bad. It was, of course, a game released on the SNES in the mid-90s towards the end of the console cycle, and licensed fighting games at the time were mostly terrible, and this one is not the worst. It's actually still played in some tournaments from time to time as a side game, and it's not entirely busted. You can have a pretty decent time playing TMNT Tournament Fighter, and I want to get back to this someday. I used to own a copy of this I bought it on clearance years ago, and then my house got robbed and all my games got stolen. And I only got a copy back relatively recently. This is probably one of the last SNES games I bought. I think I got this at EGLX last year. So probably the newest game in my Super Nintendo collection. All right, another one on the SNES. We're gonna do all SNES, and then I've got some portable fighting games as well. Weapon Lord, also on the Super Nintendo, made by Namco. This game, you probably have never heard of it, but this game pioneered a whole bunch of stuff in the world of fighting games. I think it was the first fighting game to have parries in it. It has combos that like actually finish people off, and you can dismember different body parts, and there was just a lot of freedom in the way that it's kind of like the modern Mortal Kombat brutality system, but like 25 years before that. There's a Fighterpedia video on YouTube about how revolutionary this game was at the time. Definitely worth checking out. And yeah, like hardly anyone's ever played this game. Weapon Lord, really good. Couple more. Oh, dude, this is one that is quite possibly the single worst fighting game I've ever played. And I've played some really bad ones, but Shaq Fu. I get it. It's Shaquille O'Neal. Everybody loves Shaq, and this is bad. I've been told my entire life how bad Shaq Fu is, and I did not realize how bad it truly was until I played it for myself. I knew it before you said it. It moves terribly. There is a delay on every single. You press the button and you can like count frames before Shaq jumps or walks around. The special move inputs barely work, and on top of that, Shaq is the worst character in this game. He's terrible. Everybody's like magical wizards that can do crazy drop kicks and stuff. Shaq can like basically do nothing. It's terrible. I can't believe Shaq put out a game where he put himself out as the worst character in the game. Dump truck on fire. Yes. I should have known it was the infamous Shaq Fu. Yeah, this is one of the more recent games I've added to my Super Nintendo collection. I did not own it originally. I bought it after the fact, so maybe I'm the sucker. But I had to get it. Another weird piece of fighting game history. He was the only character you could play as in single player. Correct. He was the only one and the least fun character and the worst character on the tier list. It was many mistakes were made. All right, couple handheld games. This is not like Street Fighter is not considered a weird game, but Street Fighter on the Nintendo 3D. I have every version of this game. I bought it on the phone, the mobile version. I have the 3DS version. I've got it on 360. I've got it on PS3. The 3DS version is not bad. I bought this at launch with my version, with my launch 3DS, and it has this weird like tilted perspective mode. As you can see, like Ken and Juri on the side are not like the angle is different. You're behind the shoulder. You are playing in third person. See, you're playing in third person behind the shoulder of Ken as he's fighting Juri, and it's a weird thing playing a fighting game from that perspective, but that is a thing it did. And the 3D was not bad, and it pretty much played the same, except the controls were horrible because it's the 3DS, and you could either hit the analog nub at the top, which was terrible for fighting games, or you could reach way too far down to hit the D-pad, which was bad to begin with, and then in a horrible spot. And then you could spam sonic booms because you could use the touchscreen for controls, but there was no cooldown times, so you could just keep hitting the button over and over again. Guile completely game breaking in this. It also had online play. It was not bad, except yeah, everyone picked Guile and just spammed Sonic Boom and Flash Kick. For what it was fine. All right, now we're going like straight to Japan for this one. These games eventually came out. No, because these two games ultimately did come out in the US, but it took a couple of years for them to get there. Are there any anime fans here? I've got Bleach and Bleach DS Second. This one actually ended up coming out and being called Bleach Dark Souls. So the original Dark Souls is a Bleach game, and this was a you could play it as like 1v1, or You could have up to 4 people. And the way this fighting game worked, it was a traditional 2D fighting game, but it had 2 planes. There was like your main plane in the front, and then you could jump back and forth between a further back plane as well. And I'm not sure how much of this you can see in the screenshots, but it played very much like your traditional anime fighter, light, medium, heavy, juggle people forever, super moves up the wazoo. I couldn't actually read anything in this game. It's entirely in Japanese. I don't know what modes were in them. I didn't know the names of the characters until I started watching the dubs of the anime. But yo, these games are really good. They're actually a lot of, that's why I bought the original and the sequel, because these were a lot of fun to play. You can probably track down English versions of these at like GameStop for dirt cheap. If you can find them, I would recommend picking them up because they're really good. You watched some Bleach, not the whole thing. I did not watch all of Bleach either. I got to the Bound saga with the vampires and I peaced out. But that was like 100 episodes in. I have no idea how far they went, but... And one more before we wrap things up. Jump Superstars. This is a Japan-only anime fighting game that is essentially... Smash Bros, but with everyone anime in it. Goku's in it, Naruto, One Piece. You can probably see a lot of characters you recognize here, and it pretty much plays as you would expect. It's a platform fighter, and there's all the characters on the screen, and the special moves are mostly triggered by this panel below, which looks like an anime panel. And depending on you have to make it all fit on the board, and they're different shapes, and the more powerful the move, the more space it takes up on your board. It was interesting for the time. Personally, I preferred the Bleach games over the Jump Superstars, and they made a sequel to this as well, also only in Japan. But a pretty cool novelty to have. You've watched like 3 episodes and it didn't catch my interest. That's fair. And Guts isn't there though, so not all the important characters. I don't know who you're talking about with Guts. And all right, anime time. What are some of your favorite anime? Admittedly, I have like 0 experience with anime. I'm gonna change the tag just in case people are coming in wanting to talk about Stardew Valley and just chatting, talking. Title, talking, anime. What are some of your favorite anime series? I've barely watched any. Like I've watched about 100 episodes of Bleach. I stopped at the Bound saga. I bailed on Dragon Ball Z right after Frieza died the first time. I bailed on... I've watched like bits of Sailor Moon here and there, and I've watched bits and pieces of the original Dragon Ball. Cowboy Bebop is just one of the best things any made on any continent, and it basically peaked there. Oh, okay. I've heard of that one. I have not watched it though. I'm gonna write down notes. All right, here we go. I'm gonna set up a page to give me all the anime recommendations. I've watched like an episode of Attack on Titan as well, and that seemed pretty cool. Okay, we got Cowboy Bebop. Berserk is what he's from. It's a really dark show I watched way too early. Okay, for Guts, Berserk. Okay, I'll write down Berserk. It's the best I don't like anime. Okay. I guess I'm kind of curious in Ruby, only because I played BlazBlue Cross Tag, and the Ruby characters in that game are my favorite to play as. Yeah, that one has... Yeah, it's got the 4 main characters. I think it has a 5th as well, but I have no idea. Other animes. Yeah, I'm open to it. I just never really got around to watching anime, because I generally don't watch TV, but like anime at the time, when I knew of Sailor Moon and I'd watched bits of Sailor Moon, but when I watched Dragon Ball for the first time, that like really like changed my life. This idea of these, they were telling these different types of stories and there was these characters and they were charging up like, oh, this is the perfect time for someone to cash in their channel points for the Super Saiyan thing. Anime chat. Yeah, anime chat. We're talking Dragon Ball, actually. The first time I saw Dragon Ball Z and how it changed my life. Ruby is American. Oh, that fake anime. You like Death Note? Starter pack was Sword Art Online. Okay, I will write both of those down. Death Note and Sword Art. I've heard of both of those. Yeah, Dragon Ball. The idea of like, oh man, these characters are like super strong and they're flying around and punching people through mountains. And then at a certain point, it was like Frieza staring at Goku, and then Goku staring at Frieza, like, for like the entire episode. It was like this. It was something like this. Frieza, I'm gonna get you someday. It was like that. I was a total weeb in high school. A lot of what I watched back then makes me terminally cringe now, but some holds up. Okay. Oh, Randy's going for it. Nah, better luck next time, dude. We have not gotten a shiny Snorlax in like over a month. It's crazy. Oh, Dean going for it. In the last 2 weeks, I hate to say it, guys. In the last 2 weeks, I've gotten 3 shiny Snorlaxes. And again, I'm not rigging it for myself. It's the same odds. I can cash in right now and I probably won't get it. But I've gotten 3 in my tests. Uh-oh, I don't know who that was for. RNG's not with you. I think because Ian, you and I cash it at the same time, I will cash one in on your behalf. Here we go. This is for you. If it happens. There it is. There it is. Congratulations, Ian. You got the shiny. You are the first 2-time shiny Snorlax capturer. I will. You guys know what happens next. Let's pull up a window capture here. We'll get Chrome open and we'll add you again, X2. Under very suspicious they are not the okay, it was not the most ideal circumstances, but hey, it happened. You got it. You got it. That's all that matters in the end. Let me update this page. Edit panels. And adventure rules X2. 2 shiny Snorlaxes. You did the thing. And yeah, I know I was just saying like it's probably not gonna happen, and then it totally happened. And whoa, you're not supposed to see that. No, it's fine. I don't think I have anything sketchy on Discord you shouldn't see. A less popular horror anime I love was called Monster. I have not seen that, but I will write that down. You use the bright theme. I use the default one. Wow, you guys, really? This is a problem that I don't use. Am I a monster for not using dark mode? I don't use dark mode on anything. Oh no! What? Wow! Are you? I like my channel. Randy, I'm sorry. Jeez, I didn't realize that there was such a affinity for dark mode here. I think Steph also was a fan of dark. Wow, I'm taken aback. What's wrong with the light theme? It's like websites are mostly in that color scheme. It's here. Okay, let me flip on dark mode and let's see. Maybe are you gonna convince me? I don't even know how to turn dark mode on. Privacy, authorized apps, billing. I don't know how to do it. I really do. why my site is light text on dark background. See, I read your site on the reader, so it's just the whatever the default WordPress is. And I also, is there a dark mode on WordPress? Because I totally don't use that either. If there is, I've never found it, and I probably wouldn't because I just normally use light mode for everything. Shoutouts to A Gaming Diaries with a completion 4 years in the making, BT dubs. It's no big deal, I don't think, but I have a big preference for dark mode on most things. Wow. I don't know. I just use by default whatever they give me. I feel very I feel very naked right now, guys. I didn't realize that the once you go dark, you never go back. I don't know. No big deal. I have a big... Just pulling your leg. Okay. All right. Jet exposed. Yeah, generally speaking, I just use the white on black. High contrast, that's fine. I guess if I'm reading browser stuff at night, then the dark mode would be better, but I don't know. I do the same thing with IDs for work and during college as well. Yeah, I don't know. Dark mode gang. Hashtag, I could totally do if we did a channel point reward where we did dark mode and just flip the colors of everything. Just so you can watch the stream in dark mode for a little bit. Although the stream is technically in dark mode with the dark background over the white text. So it would be the opposite of that. You would get light mode. I don't even know what that would... how I would do that, but I think that's the thing that could totally happen. Would that just be turning off the lights? Dark mode. I mean... hold on. Can I do an experiment here? Some R&D for the stream. So as you can see, like, I'm pretty evenly lit, and that's because I have 3 giant lights. I used to use 4 in the old setup. I can't fit one behind me. But I've got these lights that I bought ages ago that I've always wanted to use on stream, and I never could because the light was too bright on these. Like, it's a cheap way to, like, make the room pop, right? So let me go and throw this on. I'm probably gonna have to turn off some other lights to make this thing work, but it's like a really cheap floodlight. I got it as a gift for Christmas from my father-in-law. Shoutouts to father-in-law for hooking me up with some streaming equipment. Turn off the power, turn off the water. I actually, as a potential channel point reward, like I was talking with Dan on the support role Discord group about how ridiculous it is that OBS doesn't have an undo button. Like, I know how to set up the stream so that, like, Michael Bay effect bombs drop on the screen and then you shut off the entire stream with channel points. That's a thing I can do now. But I can't undo actions. Like, I don't know if you've seen these effects, and I don't think it's gonna break the mic, but like, I could trigger an entire concert right now and I can't undo anything. Are you serious? If I turn that off, is my mic gone? Can you guys still hear me? All right, I think the mic is working again, which is good. It's you still hear me. Awesome. I don't know why that didn't work last time. Great. All right. Let's go do some R&D. Speaking of lighting, this is though I don't have any controls to make this work or make this controllable on stream. I would love it if you could. All right, this is, if we threw that here, face cam, no. Like, do you see, you don't see any of that light, right? If I just turned it to red. Here, let me switch to the room cam so you can see what, like, maybe if we lit Snorlax like that, you could see it. Or maybe we just light Snorlax all the time and it would be more of a dramatic effect here. Yeah, that's not really coming through. I would have to turn off some lights. So what if we did Is Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite just a rehash of 3? Both are on sale. No, it is not. They're actually very different games, and you probably want 3 over Infinite. I actually think Infinite is better than people give it credit for. Everyone was like, the cast sucks, and they took out all my favorite characters, and it's 2v2 versus 3v3, but the combo system in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite's actually crazy, and they did some really neat stuff. But that game bombed really hard. 3 is awesome though. All right, so the color, if I turn off one of the lights, that kind of works. Dude, if I turn off the other one and I keep just the, do you get more of that, like, okay, all right, so that's not bad. That's kind of a vibe right there, right? We got the color in the back. I mean, there's a little bit of like shadow going on here. Dark mode, yeah, hashtag vibe. Yeah, see, we got that, and the colors are rotating. My lighting is still not the, like, you can still see my face okay. It's just the shadow under the chin feels a little weird, and you get a little bit of a glow. I actually have 2 lights. I have a second one. The whole idea, like in the old room, was to have 2 different lights. One would be one color and another would be a different color, and that didn't work because the lights were like way too powerful. Budget lighting instead of studio lighting. Yeah, I mean, these are like studio quality lights right here. This was on Amazon for like 15 bucks or something. I don't know. All right, can we hook up the second one? I don't know if I have, if I'm gonna unplug, yeah, I think we can make, no, it's gonna kill this light if I unplug that other one. If I unplug or if I turn off the top light and we just go with the color, what is that like? You should put the PC on a shelf behind you. That is something I'm working on. All right, hold on. There's another thing here. So let's go back to the room cam. I don't know if you can see I don't think you can see the PC, but there's another reason you can't see the PC. Armory, right? The PC, you can't see it because the colors aren't on. The colors are set to react to sound, which it's not doing right now. So let's just turn that on all the time. Let's go with like a simple like color cycle. There we go. And now you can see it there. See, now we got the glow. In the next phase, I want to move this computer over to this side so you can see it glowing and you can actually see like the side guts. But I need a USB cable long enough to reach that shelf. I've gotten an extender that's like 6 feet and it's still not enough. Like, I can trip over this right now, break everything. I bought a extension cable for like 20 feet, which should then let me move this over here and you get more of a glow. I prefer my giant black box with a few lights. I mean, it ended up being that way. It ended up being like a good case that happened to support RGB, and at first I couldn't figure out how to hook up the lights. That was the part that killed me. But we got it to work, and now here it is. All right, let me turn off this top light and let's see what it looks like with just the, if we're gonna go RGB everything, right? Here. Yeah, this is dark mode right now. Like, how about this? If I was doing a stream like, oh god, there we go. A stream like this dark mode enough for you? This is probably too dark. Oh. But that's definitely a vibe. Jet the Tatman rave stream. You look like you're transmitting a message from the Doom future. Do I have a voice for that? And is this gonna break my... Oh man, the Doom... Alright, this is the devil from 2084 Your world is screwed. Or something like that. Something like that. Rave stream. Yeah, that'd be something. Hold on. What if I plug the other one? Please hold. If we go and we hook up the second light like to the side. For those just tuning in, I'm Jet from inthirdperson.com. Personal look at video games, board games, and other worthy pursuits. Your world is screwed, Jet. Satan 2020. Almost said Jet 2020 there. That's not a... That's bad. Alright. Oh, this is the one with the problematic plug. This one might be an issue to hook up. But, I'm gonna try it. Alright, how about this? That does not show up on stream at all. Here, if that's pointed at my face and we do this. Yeah, this is like on some X-Files stuff. Like I'm a yeah, dark mode stream. I don't know, guys. Yep. This is definitely like I'm chilling in the bunker post-apocalypse, and we're hiding from the alien. Oh man, this is definitely a vibe. Would you actually want the camera? Trying to think of when this would actually be appropriate. I don't know, maybe if we're streaming horror games or something, maybe it's just the MGS stream, Twitch sings. Maybe when we do a Twitch sings thing, we could do that. Post-apocalypse doing something I won't say. PG-13. Yeah. I don't know, man. I do have these lights. Unfortunately, like the big studio lights just completely eat whatever light these things emit. I would probably need like a heavier duty floodlight to make that sort of like this glow happen while also lighting myself in a way that doesn't look terrible. What if I plugged or turned this one back on while this one's still in my face? Oh, I unplugged that one. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, as soon as I turn this on, you can still... Okay, hold on. It's not... You get like a little bit of the tint in my glasses, but the... I don't hate what's happening in the background. If I had another... If I had another extension cable back there or another power bar and I could have both going, and I think between the two, that would be not bad. Here, let me drop that before, see what happens. That could be not bad. I am very excited for the Doodle stream on Friday. Yeah, shout out to, hold on, let me give you another shout out. Shout out to Frosty for going to jump into the world of art streams. Really excited for that. Definitely follow his channel and watch him do his amazing art. I think that this is the controversial opinion. Controversial opinion. I think playing video games on Twitch is kind of played out. I know we just like the entirety of this channel is based on playing video games on stream. And there's definitely a market for it, clearly a market for it, and like Twitch is built on that. But I really want to see other people do different stuff. I think there is so much opportunity for us as creators to use this space for more than just, I'm sitting here playing Stardew Valley, watch me put away my crops, is it Haley, is it Abby? And not to undermine all the stuff I do, that's fun as well, but like there's so much other things we can do with this platform. Yeah, do the spray paint art. Let's go sit around and eat ice cream and talk about ice cream of the world. Let's play D&D. Let's draw stuff. Let's go produce beats. I was watching T-Pain stream a little bit. He put out some music that's like copyright free for streamers, which is awesome. I enjoyed watching him in his process and watching him like program a beat, and he wasn't singing with auto-tune. It was pretty dope. I think there's just so much that we can stream that isn't being done right now on this platform, and isn't being done in streaming period, because everyone's chasing the ninja dream, trying to play Fortnite and make a gajillion dollars, but I'm pretty sure that ship has already sailed. Yeah, sorry, that was my soapbox. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I'm gonna try and drop by and see what happens. Yeah, definitely check them out. I want to be a ninja and play Fortman with the young guns. Yeah, it's crazy though. I mean, I get it. Like, everyone saw Ninja and was like, man, that could be me. I'm gonna play video games and make millions of dollars. And like, I think in particular, like, if your plan is to play Fortnite on stream and make a career out of that, unless you're a pro level player, like, that ship sailed. Like, how many? Let me go. Let's pull up, out of curiosity. I don't know if Twitch is gonna show how many people are in that category right now. I'm just curious. And again, not throwing shade at Fortnite. If you want to stream Fortnite because you like to play Fortnite, you do you. Have fun. Enjoy it. But if you're playing it because you want to be the next ninja and that's it, that's gonna be the roughest of roads. Like, how many people are streaming Fortnite right now? In the last 3 days, on average, there are 11,907 channels streaming Fortnite right now. Also, me who has non-gaming skills. Also, me who barely has gaming skills. Don't cut yourself short, Ian. You definitely have talents. You are good at games. I'm sure there are other talents we have not seen yet. I saw you eat ice cream and you did a pretty good job of that. There's probably a whole world of tabletop gaming stuff you haven't explored yet. Dean says, I want to play video games to try and make a community based on free expression and humor to try and make someone's day better by being me. That's a very noble cause, Dean, and much love to you, and I wish you the best of luck on that. And who's Zelinderkopf? Kirito-kun for my life. Oh yes, I do not know what you just said. Well, welcome. I hope everything is going well with you. Yes, we were talking about anime. The conversation's kind of moved around in a bunch of different ways, but yeah, welcome. I hope you're doing all right. You're pretty dang good at eating ice cream, true. Yeah, how are you doing today? How do I pronounce that? Zelinderkopf. I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop trying to butcher it. But yes, how are you doing today? Thank you for dropping by. Pretty good at eating ice cream. Yeah, I feel like there's so much stuff. I had one of my favorite streams was that spray paint stream, and yes, it was super lo-fi. It was just streaming off my phone that I propped up on a shelf, and the bitrate was terrible, but I really liked being able to share something that was other than playing video games. I enjoyed doing Boss Rush, which is the talk show where we talk about video games, but then we also play a game show. I feel like at this point my interest in streaming is like, I have an interest in streaming as a whole. Like, I want to figure out how to stream like everything. The spray paint stream was amazing. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed that. It was a lot of fun to do, and maybe we'll do another one before the end of the summer. I see the rag on my iPhone, and then I go on Twitch saw a Georgian ship and prepare the crushes, but for real, I don't know what it is, so now I am here. Well, welcome. I'm glad you are here. We've been talking about, we were talking about anime, and then I started messing around with my lights. I've got these like weird floodlight things that I've been trying to make work on my stream, and we've been experimenting with those. We've also been just talking about Twitch culture at large and the opportunities that are present for those not streaming video games. And yeah, just a fun fact, the largest growing, the only category, well, there's like the biggest growing category on Twitch is just chatting. This is, in my mind, your best opportunity. Hey, thank you so much for
right.
Hold on. Thank you so much for the follow. I can't pronounce that name. I'm so sorry. Can I just call you Z? Please understand. I hope the voice changer worked too. I've been having issues with that today. But yeah, lots of opportunities to stream all sorts of different stuff. At some point, the voice changer didn't work. How about now? It's German. Okay. Are you in Germany right now? Are you in a different part of the world? No. Oh my goodness. This voice changer is killing me. Oh, I think I know why. Yeah. I had to turn the voice changer off because it was breaking. So, if I turn this back on here, properties, if I turn the voice changer back on, so you guys can hear me now, right? And now I do that. Thank you for the follow. And then, oh, how about now? Did it work? There it is. Okay. So if I do this, does it still give me the auto-tune sound? Can you guys hear me? Hear me do the thing. I've been around the world from London to Cali, but I had my heart broken in Stardew Valley, and if I stop, how about, okay, so I think I know what the problem is. It's not the voice changer, it's the stream deck. I think I programmed something to turn my mic off. Earthworm Sally, you say the first bit like cylinder with a Z. Oh, okay. Zylinder, there it is. Zylinder. Thank you, Frosty. I appreciate the assist on that. High five. High five. Drop a bomb. And you guys really want to hear my rendition of Earthworm Sally in that full mode? I don't know if the world's ready for that. And that's a horrible song also. Gee, shout outs to Pete and Kim. No shout outs to Pete. Jeez, introducing us to that horrible song. Voice mod off, stream delay. Why is my mic shutting off? That's the thing. Concert, yeah, it shouldn't shut off at that point. Voice mod off, voice mod on. Huh. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure that out another time. You are really Rally Guy, that very fast promote. I'm not sure I fully understand. Cylinder head basket for translation. Oh, okay. Okay. What is the... You are from Germany. I like ice cream on stream. Brush so telling all the people play a rag on my ships, but where is it? I'm not understanding the rag on your ships part. Must be something in translation. Eating ice cream on stream is definitely something we do here, though. Another thing. Oh man, the quote for today's stream. Looking up what the word tipped me off how to say it. Okay. I was very salty that the Slay the Spire stream failed on Monday. I probably right after this, I'm just gonna play more Slay the Spire. We should have actually just spent time playing Slay the Spire. Stardew. I'll try and stream Slay the Spire again. Frosty, again, thank you for the reco on Slay the Spire. That game is dope. I haven't beaten it yet, but oh my god, that game is so good. I got into Slay the Spire. Yes, I did get into Slay the Spire. Let me go flip back. Oh geez, that's the wrong thing. I've definitely put some time into Slay the Spire, and it is so good. It is a stellar game. Sorry, I had bad. Don't worry about the language thread. I understand it's a challenge. I appreciate you coming by and communicating as best you can. Like extra love for that, dude. You are very silenced, but I marched. Cool, man. Yeah, Slay the Spire, so good. Deck building game with like mixed with roguelike elements, and just the freedom that you have to spec your character out in all sorts of different ways, and it feels like every decision matters, and you have, even though there's a lot of RNG in certain ways, you can manipulate your hand and your movements and the decisions you make. It gives you so much control over how you take on the adventure. It's incredible. I think I take the wrong words. Yeah, I'm gonna try my best to understand, and we'll all try our best to understand, but we appreciate you being here and trying to communicate in a foreign language. I don't have very much experience doing that either. I've dropped into like 1 or 2 Spanish streams where I say, you know, hola, and that's about it. Wish I could use some RNG manipulation to get a shiny. Yeah, I just keep throwing down. Keep throwing down. Once you get deeper into the weeds, you can fight against the randomness quite a bit. Up to Ascension 15, you won't get an unwinnable run. Huh, okay. Yeah, Ascension, I'm guessing that's in the custom modes. I have not beaten. Aloha, there you go. Aloha to you. I get that. Yeah, Slay the Spire is quite the beast. Maybe we'll... Ascension's unlocked after you finish a run. It adds additional difficulty mods to the run. Okay. You wrote a... Okay, I have not read that part because I was not in the Slay the Spire grind. It's really cool if you want to push yourself. Yeah, I get my first stop. I have to figure out how to beat Slay the Spire. I have gotten to the final battle. Like the final battle is like the boss in Act 3, right? Which is a random boss. I mean, like a set of random bosses. Yeah, I got to the boss, and I got the one that resurrects itself, and like I didn't know it was gonna resurrect itself. I had like 5 hit points left, and I hit, and I was like, yes, I did it. And then it regenerated all of its health, and I was like, wait, what? And I think it was the crow. It was blue, and then it regenerated all of its health. Yeah, that was the Awakened, sounds right. It regenerated all of its health, and I wanted to flip the table. Ugh. I kind of want to play Slay the Spire. We're running a little bit into overtime. I normally don't stream this long, but he's my least favorite of the 3. You guys want to play some Slay the Spire? I don't have the sound mix for this, and I'd be going into overtime. If I play it in fast mode and I don't explain everything, maybe we can like squeeze one in. You'll stick around? Okay. All right. Do you guys want me to keep this vibe with the colored lights and stuff? Educate me because I'm lost. Okay. Here we go. Game. Slay the Spire. Someone give me a slong. A slong with cheese. A title for a Slay the Spire stream. Yeah, I meant this quote right here for Slay the Spire. If someone could connect the dots on that, let me know. No, we're gonna keep these lights. Keep these lights. Climbing the Spire. Sure.